Hey guys, Tenchi here. Before starting this video, I would like to mention that I have only read through the first FNAF novel. I know very little about the second one, so chances are I'm missing some very big or minor details that could help prove or disprove my current theory. This video will contain spoilers for the Silver Eyes and was made under the assumption that the viewer already has some knowledge of the FNAF lore. In other words, if you have never seen an episode of Game Theory or somehow have no idea what FNAF is, you may be lost. It's strange, but something has been bothering me since I first finished reading The Silver Eyes, and that something was only amplified with some of the revelations brought on by FNAF 6. The thing that was bothering me was some of the characters. Not that there's anything wrong with them, it's just, since I first learned that the FNAF novels had a separate but still clearly similar timeline to the games, I tried my best to figure out how some of these seemingly random new characters fit into the games. Specifically, Charlie and Michael, though for this we will mostly be focusing on Michael. The first book seemed to confirm that Michael was one of the 5 missing kids who were inevitably stuffed into the animatronics. Mike was heavily implied to be Golden Freddy. But then it turned out the games also had a character with the same name who played a much bigger role, and I don't think them having the same first name was just a coincidence. By now, everyone watching this video already knows who Michael, aka Michael Afton, is. He's the purple guy, main character of FNAF 4, sister location, and FNAF 6. He's the kid who owned the Freddy Fazbear Survival Logbook, which I sadly still don't own. So what proof do I have that Mike from the books is the same Mike from the games? Well, notice that in the Survival Logbook, Mike tends to draw some very detailed pictures. We know it's him who drew it because everything he writes seems to be in red ink. Now in The Silver Eyes, we learn, while at Mike's scholarship launch ceremony, that he was apparently quite the little artist. Nothing amazing, but still good for a child his age. It was an interesting bit of information that I honestly thought was just added in for the sake of having something to help us, the reader, get more attached to this character that is pretty much the driving force behind the story. But now I'm pretty confident that this detail was instead added in to help better connect Michael from the games to Michael from the book. But, I hear you say, Michael from the book has no family connections to William Afton that we know of. Book Michael's last name is confirmed to be Brooks. Wait a minute. Michael Brooks? Michael Brooks? Case somehow solved. Sorry. Couldn't help myself. Anyway, Michael Brooks even has a mum and dad who also appear in the book. They are the reason why the scholarship launch ceremony is even happening. And from the reactions of everyone attending the ceremony, these people do seem to be Mike's parents. With every other character in the book that has a connection with the games, they seem to keep with the basic concept of who they are. Henry is Charlie's father. This is the same in both the book and the games. The difference being that in the books, Henry is dead and Charlie is not, but the characters are still the same. William worked with Henry and used the facade of a cute animal mascot to kill a bunch of kids, same in both universes with slight technical differences, and the animatronics are haunted and scary. But with Michael and Michael, all we have to go on is that they both could draw and that they are both important to the story. So then, I thought of this. Maybe Book Michael was William's son, who was taken away from him for unknown reasons. Though it could very well be that he was abusive towards Michael and even his siblings, who are never actually mentioned in Silver Eyes. Perhaps after his wife either mysteriously died or just left him, Michael, Elizabeth, and their brother were then separated from William and placed into different families. But Michael was the only one unlucky enough to still be within his father's reach. He was then adopted by the Brooks family and had his last name changed. William's anger towards having his family taken away from him is even what caused him to snap, abduct and kill his son along with 4 other children, successfully creating a new perfect family for him to control, manipulate, and abuse. Remember, William was a huge suspect in the missing children incident. Evidence was found that he even seemed to envy Henry in a very destructive way. Most likely because his business partner still had a child to call his own. And he hated seeing that. Although this is only a theory, it seems to help almost perfectly place Michael Brooks alongside Michael Afton as being the same person. Their differences being, much like with Charlie, that they are alive in one universe and dead in another. So, in conclusion, Michael is Golden Freddy in the books. It will be revealed in the third book that the newly named character Cassidy will end up becoming their universe's puppet, and Charlie will be the main character trying to fix it all. And alongside that, there's the games. If Cassidy truly is Golden Freddy, then that perfectly places Charlie as the puppet and Michael as the main character where he needs to be, trying to fix it all. 3 different characters perfectly sharing 2 different roles in 2 different universes. But hey, this isn't game theory. It's my theory! Yeah, overused joke is overused. Thanks for watching! So hey, I hope I was able to bring up some interesting points. I'm sure this stuff has been thought of before, but I don't know, I just wanted to give my try at this. Once, long ago, no, that didn't work out well, but like, I tried my hand at the FNAF theorizing, and it wasn't a theory, it was basically a 1-minute video of me explaining the obvious, and I'm so glad it's gone! Anyway, this was a lot of fun to make. I really doubt I'll be making videos like this in the future, but still, it was interesting. I do eventually plan to get my hands on the second book, because the third book looks very interesting. And, we'll see if that means I was correct about any of this. Anyway, I'm Nat Tenchi, this has been this, and I shall see you next time. Adieu.